Hi, I'm Justina Zolikoff, and the passion I'm sharing today is hairstyling. I've always had an interest in and enjoyed trying fun new things with my hair. One aspect I gained a specific interest and talent in over the years is the ability to French and Dutch braid. I started practicing new hairstyles during middle school because I found it a fun way to make new friends and be creative. Over the years, I've discovered multiple ways to not only use Dutch and French braiding for new hairstyles, but other ways to use hair tools like curling irons, hair straighteners, and even just multiple little hair ties to create fun looks with others in my own hair. I've experimented over the years with different hairstyles, but I've also learned a lot from both YouTube and TikTok videos from people who make tutorials on how to do hair, like these images here. I first learned how to braid hair from YouTube tutorials that walk step by step through how to create the braids. To start, you're going to want to begin by parting the hair down the middle. This can be done with anything that can cleanly separate the hair, for example, like a pencil I'm using in these images. Once you part the hair, you're going to want to keep one side separate. It just makes it easier to do the braids one at a time. You can use whatever you want to keep the hair out of the way. I just choose to use a hair tie. Once you have the hair separated, you are then going to grab a small piece from the front of the hair near the middle on one side. Separate this piece into 3 sections, and that is what's going to start the braid. With these 3 strands, as you are going to take one piece on either side and cross it under the middle piece. Then you're going to do the same with the strand on the other side, crossing it underneath the middle. This is what's going to form the braid. Once you have done this twice on each side, you are going to grab a small piece of hair and add it to the next strand. Each time you go to cross over the hair, you're going to pick up another piece of hair. It makes it easier if you use your finger to create a straight line to section the hair off. Once you reach the bottom and all of the hair from the first side has been added, you're going to continue braiding the rest with just a normal braid. When you get to the bottom, it is important to keep the hair close to the head and not pull away. This is what keeps the hair tight and it won't create a weird gap at the bottom of the head. Once you braid until there's about an inch or so of hair left, you're going to add a hair tie and then you're done. Now, on to the next side. You're going to repeat this process again, just on the other side of the head. To start with your 3 strands and continuously pick up pieces of hair to add to each strand. Remember, it's important to keep crossing the strands under the middle and not over. This is what differentiates a French and Dutch braid. A French braid crosses the piece over, which makes the braid sit flush with the hair, and the Dutch braid crosses the pieces under, making the braid look like it's sitting on top of the rest of the hair. Each time you add a piece of hair, you want to make sure you smooth it out before adding it to the braid. This is what will give it a more clean and precise look. To also help reach this look, it is important to pull the braids tightly while crossing the hair and remaining close to the head. Again, finish the bottom with a normal braid and place a hair tie at the end. And you did it, almost. There's one more step. Some people choose not to, but I always decide to what is called pancake or pull on the braids. This is done by pulling the sides of the braid to give them a flatter, bigger look. As you can see in this video, it simply just changes the look of the braids a little bit and flattens them. And here's the final product of